Are you learning to face and overcome the fear that lives within you? Stop scrolling and let's talk about that. Hello, and welcome to the Fire Pit. I am Megas Rebellio, and this is Tarot After Dark. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping in. Let's get into your message. Your first card coming out for this reading about fear is Judgment. So judgment can mean a lot of things. Judgment can be a good thing. Using good judgment helps you overcome your fears. Judgment also means awakening, so you can awaken to the fact that some of your fears are just illusions. In the description of the card in the Wild Mystic Oracle deck book, it says that sometimes we are more afraid of the fin above the water and what it represents than we are of the actual shark itself. Shark attacks are very rare in the world, and many of those can be avoided by avoiding shark-infested waters. But fear can live with us even if we are not anywhere near danger. And so this is where judgment comes in. The first thing you should ask is, when you experience fear, is, am I in danger? What is this signal trying to tell me? Because sometimes fear is just acknowledging the unknown. We are in a new situation. We're not comfortable. We're not sure of the outcome. We're not sure of ourselves or how we should behave or act. And so when in the absence of clear vision, fear can flood in to fill that void. And so one of the biggest things you can do to combat that is to allow a feeling of love to rise up within yourself, because love casts out fear. Love is the antidote to fear. Walking in love, knowing that you are loved, exuding an aura of love will protect you in a lot of situations, just because of the protective nature of the spirit that's flowing through you. Our next card coming out is the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups represents choices, bad choices, illusion, being caught up, and not sure which cup to pick. Some of them have treasure and some of them have poison. And when you allow fear to rule, when you allow fear to reign in your mind, if you allow fear to run around unchecked and unbothered, then you are going to be drawn to the more dangerous cups, because fear is magnetic, just the same way that love is magnetic. When you walk in love and you feel things that resonate with that loving attitude, this will be much more effective in guiding you towards truth and good things in your life, because you're going by your internal senses and the way things feel. You can feel when someone loves you, and you can feel when someone doesn't love you. Have you ever been sitting in a car with someone who was mad at you or annoyed at you or didn't like you or wanted you to feel like you were small? A lot of people, especially if you're more sensitive, can feel that in your body. You can feel their negativity. You can feel it being pointed at you. And at that moment, you can choose to accept or reject that energy, and you can, push back a little bit with your psychic senses and say, nah, I reject that. I'm going to sit a little bit taller. I'm going to be a little more proud of myself. I'm going to be a little bit more happy. And I'm not going to allow the acid of your attitude to eat away at my abundance and my happiness. Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords can definitely give place or be a result of fear in our lives. Fear is one of those things, when you're up at night, all you got is your racing thoughts. Usually there's not anything practical that you can do. You can't change the outcome in that moment, and so that leaves you awake and paralyzed with indecision or options or potential outcomes, and nothing is moving in that moment. That moment feels like an eternity. We've all had those Nine of Swords moments, the night before a big presentation, a big project, a court date. This is where you need to love yourself the most. This is where you need to open up to the love of the divine the most. This is where you need to cast out that fear and say, it will be what it will be, and I will be protected because I am a child of the divine. And you need to not let fear keep you up at night, rack your resources. Fear is just a bandit running through your life, taking whatever it wants. You need to kick it out so it doesn't take your sleep, take your energy, take your clear thinking, take your sense of rightness and righteousness that you have cultivated because you're doing the work. Don't give space to fear. Obviously, if you're in a dangerous situation, you need to take control of that situation and get out of it and protect yourself or others. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about normal day-to-day stuff. I have to give a speech tomorrow, and now I can't sleep because I'm nervous. No, just let it go. Do your work, practice, lose attachment to an outcome, and just allow love and the love of the work and the love for yourself and the love for others to flow through you. And that will dramatically improve the outcome of whatever your endeavor is. If you do things with a good attitude or you do something with a bad attitude, you're going to have different results. So take control of what you can take control of and, allow release of the things you can't control. 10 of Pentacles. See, this is what is on the other side of fear. Everything that you want is on the other side of fear. We had this judgment, good or bad. We had this illusion, good or bad. We had these sleepless nights, good or bad. And now we've passed those. We've endured those trials. And now the 10 of Pentacles is waiting for us because we have walked in faith. Either that's faith in your God, faith in your spirituality, faith in your higher self, or just faith in yourself and your experiences and your ability to get through things, because nothing you have encountered has killed you yet. You are 100% winner, batting 1,000 at surviving. So good for you. You're a survivor. Some are gone, and we pour out a little for them, and we honor our ancestors. We honor those that have gone before us. We hold them tight and dear. But you're still here. You're still breathing. Your heart's still beating, and you are a vessel for the Most High. You are a child of the Most High, and you are going to walk into this chapter as you have faced this trial of fear, and you are going to find your abundance on the other side. Knight of Wands rushing in. So this could be a person coming in for you. This could be a new work opportunity coming for you. This could be just a new idea that you've never had, just a passionate new beginning, just coming out of nowhere. This rushing in. You were busy fighting fear and walking in faith and just, daydreaming about what you want your life to be, and boom, out of nowhere, this Knight of Wands is going to come crashing down and is going to bring you and if you look, he's rushing right toward this 10 of Pentacles. So whatever this thing coming to, you're not expecting it. You're not seeing it coming. Maybe you got your eyes focused on something else. Maybe you're keeping yourself busy trying to get something going. Or just, not sure what to do, not sure doing the wrong thing. And if you're a person that gets into prayer, and I know it's not for everybody, but these are times when you should pray. When you don't know what to pray, just pray. Just let your will be done. Let your kingdom come. This is in the Bible. This is pretty common across spiritual and mystical traditions. The idea of the kingdom of God. There's a dishwasher for confirmation right there. Yeah, lots of confirmation there. I forgot what I was saying, so let's move on. Queen of Swords. So, yeah. See, this is coming in behind your back. So you are busy rising up in your authority. You're busy rising up in your mind. You are sharpening your sword. You're cutting out nonsense, and you're only accepting truth and authenticity. And all this behind your back is rushing you toward that 10 of Pentacles. So, like, you maybe you're feeling a little discouraged right now. Maybe that's why you're a little bit in your feelings, in your mind. Maybe this is why you're just really getting down to brass tacks with everything. Just getting your house in order. You can sense, like, she's not dumb. She knows that something's going on back there. But she don't realize that it's the 10 of Pentacles coming in. So this is just something amazing rushing towards you behind your back, completely gonna blindside you. You won't see it coming, and you're gonna be overjoyed. So King of Wands coming in. So, this could be a new relationship. These two are facing each other. So this could be, you are strong in your mind, and maybe this person is strong in their passion and their will. This could be a love connection. It could be a work connection too, where you just complement each other and everything is balanced and you feel capable and you feel provided for, you feel valued, which I know is a rare thing in work opportunities these days. It's getting harder and harder out there to find someone who's not just trying to eat you up and bleed you dry. But this is where fear keeps you chained. Like you're holding on tightly to something small, and to get something bigger, maybe you're gonna have to let some things go, maybe some attitudes, maybe some beliefs. But once you face whatever that fear is, and you'll know what it is because it's probably chewing at the back of your mind right now as you're listening to this, that's probably the fear that you need to face. And I'm not saying that you do anything dangerous. I'm not saying that you do anything dramatic or final or anything, ridiculous, but think of what you wanted, what the fear is asking you to do. Like dodge something, avoid something, skip something, let something go, give something up. And what happens when you say no to the fear? I'm going to do the opposite of that. I'm going to hold on. I'm going to push through. I'm going to have confidence in myself. I'm going to speak up. I'm going to say my mind. I'm going to say my truth. The sword represents truth too, because it slices truth from untruth. And then so your Queen of Swords, you might have to be facing some hard truths, or maybe you are inflicting some hard truths upon the people around you that have not been, that have kept you in this fear-based mentality. But all that's moving out. All that's leaving. Yeah, 3 of Cups as I say that. So you're going to be entering, whatever this relationship is, it's going to be wonderful. You're going to have good times. You're going to be overflowing with emotions. You're going to be raising a glass. You're going to be toasting. All right, well, that one will come out. As I was talking, this came out on the floor. So yeah, this is also what's on the other side of fear. When you leave your fear behind, you have to operate in strength. You find your strength. You realize that you were stronger than you ever thought you were. That's what the fear does. It reduces you. It keeps you small. It keeps you in shadow. And then you walk into the light and you realize, oh, I've been taming lions this whole time. And everyone who wasn't doing anything, and they were focused on me because nothing's going on in their life, they're not doing nothing. They're going to have to watch your ascension, because now, as you've tamed this lion, and this is the infinity symbol. This is forever and ever. This is unity consciousness. This person is directly connected to the divine, and they're not even afraid of the mouths of the lions. That's the power of the Most High flowing through you. All right, can we get a closing message for my collective in regards to fear? There we go. Empress energy coming out. So Empress is all of the queens, all of the balanced elements. This is abundance. This is fertility. This is relaxation. This is her being directly connected with the provision of the divine. And the Empress doesn't have to be afraid. What does she have to be afraid for? She's got this Queen of Swords, this King of Wands. She's got this lion. All, we are far beyond the row of fear here, as you have, and this is just your ascension. It may seem crappy right now. It may seem scary. You may be doing things you've never done before, or opening new doorways. But if you allow that love to flow through you, if you allow you to leave just drops of kindness in your wake, you're going to create a much better world, not only for yourselves, but for everyone else. So if you made it this far in the video, I want to say thank you. All of our info for personals is up in the description. Let me know if you like the new set changes. This is a new channel. We're trying to find our voice here. We're trying to grow. We're trying to expand. So anything you could do, like, sharing, leave me a nice comment, will be greatly appreciated. But you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time at the fire pit.